the purpose of this video is to show you how I arrived at the composition that I'm going to use when I'm doing my demonstration of the poppy field. Initially, I started by doing just a sketch. I was playing around with the idea, wanting to know what approach I should use, what it was going to look like. I want poppies in the foreground that will be my focal point, and then going back into the distance. And initially I was using a photograph that had trees and it had the mountain, a little bit of sky. And I thought that's what I was going to do, and then decided that I would change my mind. It wasn't what I wanted. So then what I did, first of all, you will have been sent a lot of photographs that I took at Meadowburn Farm of their poppies. This is one of them. This is facing in one direction where they have a cement planter that they start seedlings and a line of trees. And then, going back, it would be all that green with no sky. So I decided that that's what I was going to do. So your first step should be that you should take the time to look at the photographs and decide what you want as a composition. Do a little sketch and sort of combine things and put them together. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it just gives you that map and that plan that you can start out with. So you are going to consider, do I want some sky in there? Do I want background trees? Once you have that basic plan or the map, then we're ready to go to step 2. So I decided to take several of the photos and create a collage so that I'm a visual person. If you give me this, it's very difficult to imagine where I want to put a few big poppies and how I want to do it correctly and cause that right perspective. So this is one photograph. What I did, here's another one. I looked at all the photographs that I had, and I looked at that one and thought, well, poppies, they're really in focus. Here it's more impressionistic, where you would maybe put some in the foreground that have a little more detail, but they're not very detailed. I want poppies in the foreground that are detailed. So I decided to take that first photograph and this one and form a collage so that I wouldn't have to look back and forth between two photographs like this and say, all right, I'm going to get these in the foreground and these are going to be my middle ground. That's my background. And maybe not these are too large for that. So what I did, I took the second photograph and I printed it, probably 5x7 or something like this. Is another poppy photograph, 5x7 or something like that. And I printed the first photograph, and then I took that 5x7 photograph and I pasted them on and positioned them. Now I cut them out. I didn't just cut that whole cluster out and just paste it on. I moved them around. You can see that I left some out, that I moved. I took these, I actually cut them out one by one over here and put them where I thought it would be a good composition. I took some of the smaller ones and cut them out and put them there. So I feel I'm very happy with my composition. I feel that I've accomplished what I want. I want these poppies to be in focus and just that beautiful, brilliant red color. And take your eye from here and form a good S curve. That's always eye pleasing. That's a composition type plan. So I have them coming here. Your eyes are looking here, taking you all the way through, and then coming back right here where it goes out into the background. So this is my plan. Now just suppose this photograph, when I printed it, actually almost came out square. And instead of doing a square format, you can if you want. If you wanted it, if you have a square canvas, this would make a beautiful 12 by 12 or 10 by 10, 8 by 8. I don't think I'd go any smaller than that. But certainly it could be a square. If I want to cut it down a little bit and just rearrange my plan, I can do, a vertical format and maybe a 9 by 12 or 11 by 14. I'm finding when I'm doing these, in the last one especially, that it was a little difficult to do it, the 12 by 16. Most likely I will do an 11 by 14 and find it easier, to reach over so that I'm not right in the camera.